Hello everyone, my name is Sunny. I've been here since this church was born. Last 50 years, I want to say thank you, Lord, for bringing us thus far.
Hello everyone, my name is Pastor Philip Abraham. I am a member of this church for the last 38 years. In that 38 years, I've been pastoring for 15 years as the senior pastor of this church.
Hello, my name is George Philip. I came to Oklahoma City back in 1975, October.
Hello, my name is George Abraham. I've been in this church for the last over 40 years. We came here in 1982 from Michigan.
And during that time, there was a little congregation going on. After 2-3 months, that separated, and Joey Abraham came to our city, and we started a new church. We started in an apartment, if I remember right.
And I came as a student here in Bethany, Nazarene College, and at that time there is only few members, few people are in the city concerning the Malayalis, maybe a handful of people here, that's all. Then we don't have the conception of a church that time, but it is in our mind always to worship God. So we usually go to the American churches in the morning time, on Sunday, worship God. Then later this idea came, so as a Malayali group, it's only a handful of people here, so we thought we can gather together, either a house or, that time you were all living in an apartment, so we gathered together in an apartment and starting a prayer meeting. And later, it start growing and ideas change, and new members coming, new people coming to Oklahoma City, and so the idea of church, developed.
Then we start going evangelistic center on Council and 30th. We used the kitchen, and we used to worship in the afternoon time, maybe 2 to 4. And the church treat us as Sunday school children. That's where they kept their records.
We became a part of that church. It was all together. Once it probably, when I think about it, it's probably maybe 15 people. That's all we have in this city. We all gathered together, and there is no other churches here, no other group here. So that's where we started. After Pastor Joey Abraham came here, we started a new organization, and he named IPA, International Pentecostal Assembly.
When everybody tired of meeting in the houses, then we praying and we looking for a place to worship. That's the way we found the place in 36th and Bethany, in 36th and College Road in Bethany. We found a old house at the back. There is a 2-car garage like space, and we remodeled the back garage as church, and the pastor used the old house as parsonage. So Pastor K.K. Kodagiri Charyachan, pastor, was the first one to stay in the parsonage, and with his family he stayed there 2-3 years or more.
Then we were able to buy this property here in 1993 and start building this facility, this sanctuary here, and we completed it in 1996. and they inaugurated the building in 1996.
Well, that time we have a combined meeting. We don't have a separate meeting. They start with Malayalam, and we worship Malayalam. Then in the younger group came and they start English worship.
They start making it. He has made me glad at that song they sing every Sunday.
Back in Bethany, in the building when we were worshiping at the building in 36th and College, we didn't have very many instruments. All we had is a harmonium and drums. That's about it. And we used that for a while. Then I bought a keyboard and started using that. When we sold that building, and when we bought this property and when we sold that building, we didn't have any place to worship. So we did gather at the YMCA for a while to worship there, and we had to take all the instruments and whatever instruments we had to take it over there. And even the chairs, we didn't have enough chairs. We had to bring chairs every Sunday to worship there. That's how we were doing it back then.
My name is Prince Cathara.
And I'm Betsy.
And we've been at IPA for 2 years. I think the biggest thing that brought us to IPA was community and fellowship. I think, we'd been looking for a church for a couple months after we got married, and that was something we felt like we really needed, was community, fellowship, authenticity in the Word, and we really feel like we found that here at IPA.
Yeah, everybody was very welcoming from the start, and everybody was genuine, and so I think the relationships and the community we formed has been big.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I've been part of this church for 15 years.
My name is Emmy. I've been here for 23 years.
Growing up in this church is very special, I think, because leaving home and coming to a new place is always hard, but this church never makes it difficult. The friendships are easy. Community and through different ages, I think, is easy. And so I think it's been a very special experience being able to have spent so many years here and still love this church just the same, or probably even more.
I think growing up here as when we first came to America, this was the only church that we've been to. So I have lifelong friends from this church, and I don't know, I think growing up in cottage meetings, growing up with this community of uncles and aunties that are very prayer warrior people has definitely shaped my spiritual growth.
My name is Stanley. I come into this church when I was 17 years old, when my family came from India, and we attend this church since then.
My name is Kripa. I started attending this church ever since we got married and moved over here, which was about 17 years ago. So we started as a young family in this church, started our journey together in this church. Both our children were born here. Both children were dedicated here by Pastor Philip. Both children were baptized here. So our family actually born and raised in this church.
My name is Justin. I've been a member of IPA since 1995.
Wow. My name is Jimmy. I've been a member here since 1988.
That's longer.
Hi, my name is Vinod Daniel. People call by Anian. This is my wife.
And I'm Betsy Daniel, married to my sweet husband.
We've been married for since 1991. I started this journey. Matter of fact, I was a teenager when I joined this church. I was 19, and since 1984, I am a member of this church.
And I joined him in 1991 when we got married, and I moved from India to here. And ever since, I've been part of this church, and I really like it.
So pretty much this church is uplifted me. I've seen a lot of changes. I went to so many roles in this church, being a youth director for 3 years since I believe 1996. I served the church, then I became an admin director for 1 year. Then now I'm a financial director. So I went to various roles to serve this church, and many activities I have involved.
Praise God. My name is Sam Burgess.
And I'm Nancy Burgess.
And we've been members of the church since 2017. And this church has been such a blessing to our family. And we have many memories that goes back.
For me, the favorite part of this church is the dedication members have to each other. Speaking of my mom, my family, we went through cancer diagnosis. It was amazing how the church immediately came together. Different ministries came, youth groups came to our house and just prayed and encouraged us. That shows the testament of the faith this church has. Many prayer requests that are answered, the fellowship of people to make sure we're fully taken care of. And 15 years later, my mom is cancer-free, and we attribute that a lot to God and His mercy, but also a praying church.
For me, I would say the same thing, right? Fellowship is probably the biggest thing you can about our church. Just the love that people have for each other and willing to serve others, and just being there for each other, especially through difficult circumstances, right? Maybe not in everyday occurrence, but it's for the times that you need it, where the church is there behind you, supporting you.
See, I stayed this church because I loved the people, and I loved the church. The people loved me. They were supportive in my personal life, in my pastoring time, and every time if I was going through the trouble, the church was behind me and fully supported. I was so thankful for the church members. Even the children, I really love them, adore them, and they treat me like a father.
The favorite part of IPA is fellowship, worship, and it is a unique church. I go around all over the place in this country. I never seen a church like ours, because I'm so, I'm going to say proud, but I am so grateful to God, because the unity of our worship and the people really, like each other, and we all working together for one goal, to lift the name of God. And it was a great thing. I feel it, the fellowship and the worship and the great ministers in our midst. So many great ministers in our midst. Their ministry and everything, I really enjoyed.
I loved this church from the beginning, ever since I came here from Michigan. What attracted me the most is the unity of the people, the fellowship. In any time of need, no matter what, sometimes we don't agree on everything, but in the time of need, we all come together and help each other and show the unity. At any time, I've seen that over and over again, that any time we are in trouble, one of our members are in trouble or going through some problems, or even a death or something, everybody come together and work as one unit, one family. That's the best thing I like about this church.
IPA. I'm glad I'm a member of this church for a long time, almost 49 plus years. Like everybody else said, it is a one different church, and I like, even though everybody is not agreeing with what all I am thinking, but people are good people, sincere people, and everybody loving people, and our fellowship, our unity is commendable.